Although she was about to marry into a wealthy family, she had made a dozen sacrifices. Vince hadn't proposed yet, but she was sure, positive it would be tonight. She knew. She felt it. But she definitely would have to stomach a lot of crap to land this deal. He'd give her the world as long as she downplayed her intelligence at times to placate his ego. It wasn't easy, but it was, after all, a game. She'd played other games to get to the top professionally. This was just one more. After this hand was dealt, she wouldn't ever have to work again. It was exhausting trying to maintain her lifestyle, status, and her authority in the industry. It was starting to wear her down. She wasn't sure how much longer she could maintain. Unlike what people thought, she did have her limits. What had driven her over the years was a desperate determination not to be like her mother. She vowed that she would never allow herself to be like her mother, a single parent of 3, living in a 2-bedroom apartment, working 2 to 3 jobs to make ends meet. Never. She'd rather die first. She was going to play this hand just right and not miss the opportunity that was afforded the day she met Vince at Somerset Mall. She observed his taste and sparked up a conversation. The rest is history, and what a love story it would become. The evening was going so well, and the meal was delicious. It had been weeks, maybe months, since she and Vincent had had an enjoyable evening out. Vivian had begun to second-guess her decision to even date Vince. Maybe she should move on. Sometimes they would go weeks without seeing each other. At those times, she felt they weren't even a couple. And when they did spend time together, he didn't always provide the attentiveness she craved or the affection. But she would tell herself that she had invested 5 years crafting and endearing herself to Vince to get the relationship to this point. After all, do people really have those storybook romances and marriages that we read about in Harlequin novels? She doubted very seriously that people did. People often look and play the part of the ideal couple for appearances, but behind closed doors, there's often misery. Vincent and she were masters of holding up appearances. He was reared to portray and maintain certain images of success and strength. Both Vincent and Vivian had their individual reasons for wanting this union, and sometimes love wasn't the most significant motivating factor.